Hello! I'm here to explain your big task for the week, which is a two-part writing assignment. And I want to explain how the work you already did on the You Pick 2 assignment can help you complete this work. Okay, so this is the directions. I'm not going to talk about that. I'd rather actually talk about the You Pick 2 assignment and how this connects to your work. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is some analysis writing. Okay, here is the question. How would you describe the narrator's feelings in this text, and who's responsible for her feelings? So it could be any of these things. You should just support your answer with evidence, and you write your response right here. Okay? This is worth 10 points. I want to show you some things that we noticed on the shared slide deck and the Jamboard that could help you answer this question. Okay? So I'm going to start with the shared slide deck. What we noticed on many of these slides, we're seeing some great pictures, some great explanations, some great quotes, but where we really thought the work stood out was when students used some very specific words to describe the narrator's feelings. So we saw a lot of words like alone or sad. I like those words, but take a look at this. Disregarded. Think of how specific that is in comparison to like alone or sad. I'm looking also here, disowned. That gives me a more specific picture than alone or sad, right? I'm looking also here, like abandoned, right? So here's our push for you for like naming the narrator's feelings. Think like, what's like a fancy 9th grade level word that can really specifically get at her feelings? Not just alone, not just sad, but something like that can push you to be more specific. So that's one thing we're looking for. Another thing we're looking for is a strong because statement. So it asks you to say who's to blame. I want to show you an example of someone who gave a strong because statement, right? I'm seeing some post-its on here who are like, oh, well, like it's blaming the friends, stuff like that. I agree that that could be an answer. Take a look here at Belens. No one is to blame because people change, and so would their friends, groups, hobbies, styles, etc. What I like about her statement is it gives a reason why she thinks no one is to blame. You might disagree with her, but like your reason should be strong, right? And should be connected to the text. Okay? So that's our second push for you, is have a strong because statement. Okay? I want to talk quickly about the second thing you're writing about, this personal response. You have two options. One is you're kind of just journaling. In your opinion, who's responsible for creating a community? In this text speak, we see that like a community is not strong there. Who do you think is responsible for that? And who's responsible in your life for creating community? This is like a journal, right? I want to show someone who started a response to this. I notice here, Aby gets at this idea of community. He's saying that like, as a teenager, most of his friends went to the same school and continue to go to the same school. However, some people might experience losing friends when going to a new school. Here's like, I think what would push this personal connection over the top is like more specific examples, right? So Aby here has a response that he could start to use for this creative journaling response. I think the push is to get more specific, okay? Option 2 for your creative writing is this. You can create your own first 10 lies writing. It doesn't have to be the first 10 lies they tell in school. It could be the first 10 lies they tell about anything, right? And in your Pick 2 assignment, a lot of people did just that. For example, a lot of people added these lies that their parents tell. One thing that I noticed in this writing is I was really compelled when it was very specific. For example, I look at this one. If you don't eat your vegetables, the vegetables eat you, right? It's specific. You get a picture of that. I love this one. VapoRub always helps when you get hurt, right? Or El Kukui will get you if you don't listen. I don't think I said that right? But I like the specificity there. Or for example, here's one about politicians. Look at the specificity here. We're doing fine on COVID. Nothing's going to happen, right? So I think if you're choosing this option, the creative one, think like specific. Give me a picture, okay? All right, so last push for you. As you are doing this writing, I strongly encourage you to review some of the work that you already see in the Pick 2 assignment before you begin writing, and use it to like inspire what you turn in on Thursday, okay? We learn from each other, we learn from peers, okay? And I think like there are some great examples from your classmates about how to answer these questions in a really strong way. Go to it.